Alright, welcome to another Transformers review, and here I am very excited to show Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Devastator. As you see, here are the 6 Constructicons as you pull them out of the box. They're in their vehicle modes, which you have Scavenger, Scrapper, Long Haul, Hook, Mixmaster and Bone Crusher in all their wonderful G1-esque glory. They come with, being a Combiner Wars, I think they've come with their normal card as well. He comes with the Devastator card with the generations on the back. They also come with the handpiece, which can be used as a missile launcher. Just a little flip out thing there, which also then flips out into their his hand. It can also be stored on the other spots. Long haul here, the other one, exactly the same. Install that there if you wish. Also, his front chest piece, which comes split apart. Which you can also store up here if you want. Fits in that little slot on top of his cab. And it comes with his gun. This can also be split apart. It uses a smaller rifle. I'll have a look at the move those off to the side. Beautiful alt mode. It's got long haul. Here's dump truck mode. Not much really robot going on that you can see. Rolls really well. And we have hook. Rolls really well. His hook arm, crane arm can move up and down. No pivot though. And it doesn't extend, unfortunately. Would have liked to have maybe seen it an extend option, wouldn't have been too hard for them to do. See his head under there. And turn that around. Hook. Mixmaster. This is the actual front of the truck because it's one of those weird, different ones than what you normally see cement mixer as. Rolls really well. The only weird choice I think they made on the whole line is the reverse dump cement mixer as opposed to the standard one normally is. A bone crusher, nice little bulldozer, rolls well. It's got just 2 little wheels, a big wheel in the centre there. The shovel, it's up and down. A fair bit of detailing in the tracks. He's rather green though. I would have preferred to have some purple in here like they've done with the Takara version. It's like Scavenger over here. It's got the purple to break it up a bit. As you see, Scavenger moves the arm, it can actually pivot, moves in and out, all the way back, rolls pretty well, got the same wheels, one in the middle, two on the sides there, and Scrapper. I'm pretty sure it's the leader of the Constructicons, I'm not 100% on that one. He rolls really well too, got the shovel that moves 2 points. Not much really recognisable as a robot. This is a quick size comparison to a few others. We've got Combined Wars Megatron, so I'll have to get around to doing a review for soon. As you can see, Long Haul's about the same size as Megatron there. And you got Deluxe, got Off-Road, as you can see, about the same size as those, much bigger than Long Haul, much smaller rather. One more Voyager, got Optimus Prime. So you can see they're all Voyager-ish size vehicles. Now on to the transformation of the individual robots into their robot modes. We'll start with Bone Crusher here. Go to, what you want to do first, pull these apart from the tabs in the center here. Pull this out straight. You want to pull this away from here. You want to pull part here. Bone Crusher is probably my favourite transformation out of all the Constructicons. Just the way he folds out. Fold out the arms. Fold them out. Turn around. And come around here. Flip out this section here. Reveals his head. You want to flip up this cab section. That way you can get his head straight. You know, fold this up, concertina it. So it folds in like that. And that'll tab into a few holes up the top there. And down the bottom as well, there's a little tabs into the black piece. You can't fold that, so this intersection's there. And that sits on his chest. You want to bring out his legs, and they'll fold down. And tap, and then fold out, and clip together. Now the only complaint about this whole Devastator, the way this clips together on mine doesn't seem to clip too well. You can see what it's supposed to do, but it just doesn't stay together on mine. It just keeps coming apart. Luckily I won't be displaying him too much in individual bot mode. And you want to pull out the legs, and here you just want to split that apart to make the feet. And there you have Bone Crusher in his robot mode. He's got some pretty good articulation, bend at the elbow, the shoulder. Got head's on a ball joint, but can't really pivot too much. His boxy nature. Legs can move, knees there. No waist articulation. There's a bit of a foot pivot, which is always good. That's about it. Put him to the side. And we get Mixmaster. Alright, so flip him over and pull his arms out from the little tabs. And they pop out just like that. Pop that out. And come around the back here. And pull this green section out from back of the cement mixer and fold it forward. Pull it apart. And that's his feet done. And you want to fold this back. Flip this up. So you see it reveals his head, and you flip that forward. Push that into place. And there you have Mixmaster. Front. They've all got lovely little Decepticon symbols on their front. Great head sculpt. Get it to focus. The mixing barrel on the back there. It's great. He actually has an elbow hinge there. No hand swivel. Get the shoulder in out. Hindered a bit by this top section. Up. It's got bended legs, elbow. Oh, not elbow. Knee. It's got a bit of a foot pivot. So you can get the wide spread if you want. No waist articulation. Most of these figures are reasonably basic when it comes to what their articulation's like. Right, so now on to Hook. Lift off that section. Push this across to the, it moves, move it this way. There's on the little, bring the arms out. You want to bring it down, and so it's over that. There's a little tab in there, you probably can't see too well, that clicks into that gap in the green there. So if you don't slide it over, it just won't tab into the place, it won't sit there properly, come down where it's supposed to. Now you want to pull these sections down, flip that out, that down, pull that out, come around here. Legs are a lot similar to a lot of the other Combiner Wars figures. Separate that. And there's a tab just in here that goes into that slot there. Just tuck that in behind there. There's that one. You see that little tab there needs to go into the little slot that's on the and you come to the hands, flip out those. And there you have Hook. beautiful little G1S looking great face. There's pretty good articulation. Well, not really. He's got the shoulder, no elbow. It twists. And then got some pins at the leg, knee, bit of foot pivot. Only thing about him is he's a bit back heavy. If he didn't have the hook, he would just topple backwards. So he sort of supports himself with his crane to stand up properly. He lacks the elbow joint, which is a bit unfortunate. I think Takara have done. So we'll move on to long haul. What do is grab the tray, lift it up, so it unclips, and lift the front up so that pushes up, and lift it up. I'm going to untab the hands, and here, untab them, lift that up so the black section moves up. You're going to lift the front of the cab over and down till it clicks. And you want to pull apart these slightly. Put that round. Put that round. There come his feet. Use that. Twist his whole waist around. You want to flick this black section so it clips into place. Do the same up here so it clicks into place. So flick down the cab and then that'll tab into this little hole back here. And just come up and flick out the head. There you have long haul in his robot mode. It's a little stumpy, but otherwise he's not too bad. Only has really have articulation as such with his arms. Only move there. A little bit of pivot. Got good ratchets for being part of the legs of Devastator. And just a little bit of, does have knee articulation surprisingly, and just a bit of foot pivot and waist swivel thanks to the nature of his transformation. And there we go. Bit holy in this back there, but what can you do? There's the long haul. Come on to Scrapper. Flip that back. You want to flip it back there and flip that back so that sits like that. Now, untab there. So that comes out. You'll notice there's little tab holes that clip in. That unclips there. Yeah, his hands. Put them out. Put those out. Flip his head. Come here, flip that out. And then flip this section back. His foot. Same on this side. Flip it out. Come here. Flip that around. Pull those apart. And that will go into there. Same on this side, except this is more of a big tab there. And there you have Scrapper. Great nice Decepticon symbol on the front again. Great head sculpt. no arm pivot, but I think that sort of helps with the structural integrity of Devastator later being part of the leg. You'll see that Takara have given him elbow pivots. So there goes there. And now we'll go to Scavenger. We'll push that back into there, pull that down, and we'll come pull these apart, those tabs, bring this down, untab these up here, and they'll come round into these tabs here. Now flip this cab section back and around, and lift this up and around, flip the hand out. There's one arm. Do the same on this side, bring it out. Flip out his hand. Yeah, and we're going to bring up this section here. You'll notice get these out this way, and it's can be a bit tricky. It just untabs here. Mine was pretty tight the very first time, so just be mindful. You want to pull the legs out just like Bone Crusher. Flip out the feet, same as Bone Crusher. And come here, flip out this section, which reveals his head. There you go. And there we have Scavenger in his robot mode. Stands pretty well. He's got pretty good articulation, bends at elbow, got the head pivot. Got the elbow pivot and swivel because it's on a ball joint. And got legs can move in and out, bend at the knee. Got the ankle pivot. There you go, and then also if you want you can get these hold as a weapon if you choose. Someone could hold one of these too. There we go, the Instructicons in their robot modes. Now I'll just do a bit of a quick size comparison against some other robots. Alright, bit of a size comparison. As you can see, they're all pretty much a Voyager size, as you can see against Voyager Optimus Prime there. And a lot bigger than the Deluxe Off-Road. Not quite as tall as the leader Megatron. So, yeah. Quite nicely scaled figures. Now, we'll get on to what we've all come to see, like making them into Devastator. We'll start with the ones that are the legs. So, hook first. That's what you want to do. Before you join these back together, flip this up, flip this up, Now pull this section out like that, put that back down. Now this side, pull this section out, and put that back down, and join them back together. The tabs there. And then clip that back into the mixing bowl. You want to join, but don't join the hand section up. Same as this one. Put that back up. You're going to come back, flip this section up, flip his head back in, and leave that out. Then you want to flip that back up, and that becomes the foot. And then you also, with a pivot for the leg to make it sit better. There we have Mixmaster as a leg. And we'll do Scrapper. So what you want to do is basically pretty much turn him back into his vehicle mode. So I'm going to flip this back up, flip this section back up, and you just want to get that tab slide back into there. Really easy to do before you flip them over. Join it together, flip it back together, join that. And this section you actually want to leave up like that. And here you want to flip that in and leave that like that. The hand section, bring those, flip it around that way, flip that around that way, fold in his hands, and that's Scrapper as his leg ready to go. Now, come to long hole. This is the body and leg pieces. Flip these feet back in, flip his feet back in there, and flip this section out. Leave that, just this section, so that's sticking out like that. And you want to get this section here. Where's it going? There. Put that out. And this side, bring that round. And flip this section here out. Hold that forward, and then you want to spin this around. And you got that part ready to go. Flip his head down. You want to leave these arms sort of where they are, but flip the purple, his hands up, so they tab into place. Leave that back down, flip into place, and then ready to go. So we'll clip the legs in. You've got a few spots where they tab into. It only goes on one side, so Mixmaster is his left leg. So you got tab point here, it's got a slide in there, and then these two sections will tab in up the top here, and then this tab here will tab into here. Just want to make sure you get that bottom section in first. Slide that in. I'm trying to keep these in and push. Should get it all click into place. And the same over here. Got this bit and these bits. This section here that will tab into the back here, here, and down here. into place. And Scrapper also has that little pivot in him. There's that section done. He's half formed, ready to go. And we'll do Hook next. So again, you want to bring him back to being his vehicle mode. So pull that section up, flick those in. Before you flick those in, flick his hands in. Hands in. I'm going to flip this up. Oh, these seem to pop off easily on mine. Just on little friction tab things. Pull that out. Up. Pull it out to the side a bit so it comes out of the tabs. Up. Bring that out of the tab. All the way forward. Over here, pull it out of the tab and bring it up, down, around, tab it back together, put those down, and you want to split it in half. So here, the tab, this pulls apart. We're a bit tight. Oh, first you want to get these arms down, so they're like that. You want to bring that round like that, and the same over here, he untabs up the top here. So it can be a bit tight, so be wary. And they just tab together, little tab there. You just want to flip this black tab here, you want to flip that down. And there's a tab in his chest here as well, you want to flip that out. And there's one here for an arm holder, flick that out. You want to lift this section up, and there's a tab here, you want to flip that out that way, then push that back down. And make sure this is pushed to the side. Push that, you know, flip this out, and that reveals his head. Sorry, my decided to stop recording, and then voila. You're going to come and grab your Devastator. You've got a few points you want to get into. Got here, we'll tab into the purple section. You got this tab on his arm, we'll tab into back here. This black piece, we'll tab into the smokestack. Then tabs on his top of Longhole's arms, we'll tab into here. And here on bottom of hook. You just gotta it'll be hard to get this on camera. You're gonna push that in. And that should tab all into place. Just want to get that and tab that into there. Same over this side. Make sure tabs into place in that bottom of that foot of hook. And now for the arms, basically go back to vehicle mode again. So pull these out, pull this section out, put the head in. You're going to fold up the arms. Like that. Fold them together, like that. Fold them in. And tab them together with the tabs. Flick that section up, we'll tab together. Flip that down. Instead of normally folding this up to clip into there, I'm going to leave this out because that'll become part of his arm section. I'm going to get these and flick those down. They'll clip into place. And you've got a tab in there that will tab into the little slot there. Push his legs back together. Fold his feet down. The same on the other side. Tab that into place. Make sure that's forwards. And you grab one of the arm sections, flip it out, round, it'll clip into place. You've got a little slot there, and the hole on the front. Turn that way, push that on, spin that, and there's his arm. Then we come to Devastator, and you want to push it onto can be a bit tricky. So after you've done that, there's a tab on the back of Longhaul's arm that tabs into the track of the thing. That helps lock it in place. And that side, just flop there until we get the front section on in a minute. We're almost done. Now, scavenger. Same again, turn back to our vehicle. Flick his arms in, hands in. And you get purple section, flip that down. This section can be a bit tight to do. Not breakable, but just tight. And flick that forward. Push those sections in. Flip his feet together. Feet together, push that in. Tab that into place there. Tab that into place there on these tracks. Fold that straight. Fold that down there. Flip that back out. Flip that up. And that'll tab into place with tabs there and there. Same on this side. Fold that down. And see the tabs there and there. We'll tab into place. Fold that section up. Put this forward, get his head away. Hold that up. Actually flip this forward, whole section. You put his head away, bring that out. Turn that to the side. Put this section down. There you have. And grab the other handpiece. Flip it out. Spin it like that. You've got the same hole. Goes into the hole on there. Push it into place. There you have arm number 2. Same sort of situation. Just clips into the hand. Black tab can be a bit hard to push into. There you go. And then the same as bone crusher, got the tab on Longhaul's arm to tab into the track of Scrapper. Sort of help hold it in place. So it holds in place there. Now we've got this section, so let's see here comes the packaged apart, so just slot it together. Now you've got a few tabs here. You've got these two on this section, which will tab into the track sections here and here. And then there's 2 clips on each side which will clip around the front of Longhaul. And then this little black tab here will tab into the hole at the front there. You've also got this post which you'll post in the front of, plug in the front of hook there. To find it easier if you start with scavenger to get the, it's hard to get this on camera, get the 2 little clips into his tracks first, and the post will sort of line up, and that'll push into place. And push that on, that'll clip onto Longhaul nicely. And you come over and clip this onto Bone Crusher. And that tabs into place. And his gun, join that together like so. You can hold it in his hand quite nicely. There we have Generations Devastator. Bit hard to get onto the shot. As you can see, he's quite large, very impressive, and just get some. There's Deluxe Off-Road, Voyager Optimus, Leader Megatron, and also have Combiner Wars Superion, which I'll be doing a review for the Superion very soon, which you can see still towers over Superion. Now, as you can see, and one really want to compare him to is the other Titan we have, which is Metroplex. As you can see, great deal taller. But still, you can scales quite nicely with the leaders and the Voyagers and the Deluxes. Shame Superion's a little bit too smaller against him. Yeah, that's those three. Alright, to get him in frame, show off some articulation, I'm going to have to hold this camera. But he has really good articulation. For a combiner, he's got the pivot. Ooh, can bend at the elbow. Got his hands are all joined, but fingers are all joined, but open and closed, no thumb movement. Just these. Sorry. Foot's come apart. There we go. About that. Yeah. So you can see great articulation. His head twists, really pivot, and does have. I'll have to just put this back on the stand for a sec. Can bend at the hip and knee. I haven't tried any massive poses, but the potential is very much there to get some good poses out of him. All the bending, now has the waist swivel. So all in all, a very awesome, impressive figure. There we have Generations Combiner Wars Devastator. Please like and subscribe, tell me what you think, and thanks for watching.